Now, Ukraine is feeling the heat on the battlefield. Russia is pushing ahead. Ukraine's armory is almost empty. Senior generals are saying strategic retreat is the only option in many areas. Now, interestingly, Italy, which holds the rotating presidency of G7, is saying that sanctions are not working and it's time to engage in a dialogue with Moscow. Our next report explores the reasons for this realization.
With Moscow seizing the initiative in the Russia-Ukraine war, the Ukrainian forces find themselves outgunned and outnumbered. Kyiv hopes the much-awaited delivery of US weapons will turn the tide in its favor. The West has been arming Ukraine for over 2 years with weapons worth billions, from advanced missiles to millions of rounds of artillery. But beyond the battlefield, a much larger economic warfare is underway. The West has slapped Russian individuals and entities with over 18,700 sanctions. Today, it is the world's most sanctioned nation. But has the economic blockade achieved its goals? The EU now wants to target Russia's liquefied natural gas sector. But the EU wants to keep a small loophole of ship-to-ship transfer. That would mean that Russian gas won't directly land on European ports. Despite the raging war in Ukraine, Europe has bought over 15.6 million metric tons of Russian gas last year. However, Europe realizes the sanctions are not hurting Putin's war chest. Italy, which holds the rotating presidency of G7, says economic sanctions against Russia have failed. It is calling on the West to try harder to negotiate a diplomatic solution with President Putin to end the war in Ukraine. European leaders are also wary that a change of guard in the White House could change its strategy on Russia. Donald Trump says the US can't keep funding a never-ending war. The big question is, does peace have a chance in Ukraine? Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.